that scripture, I started wondering to myself, why do we have eyebrows? That was the thought in my mind. Like, why do we have eyebrows? It's such a strange, like part. And like, what's the significance of it? What's the purpose of it? And I did some deep research into the eyebrow, and it started learning that it protects our eyes from the sun. It protects our eyes from dust. It protects our eyes from the sweat that comes down from our brows. So something that from our heads, which so often we don't think much about it, that's above our eyes, it plays a role, quite a significant role, actually. And my research took me even deeper into MIT, where they had a research study where they showed participants 50 famous faces. And what they did on the first time was they took out the eyes of the famous faces, and the participants were able to identify the faces with 60% accuracy. All right, 60% of the participants were able to identify the faces without the eyes. But when they took out the eyebrows, from the photos, only 48% were able to identify. So maybe we can identify people with the eyebrows. I don't know. That seems to be the case. But the point is, something that's insignificant and we don't think too much about plays a role in our daily lives. But notice in verse 18 here, right? There's no small role. Every role has a part. God has placed, in verse 18 as we read, the parts in the body, every one of them, just as He wanted them to be. And we're all meant to serve differently, to love people in the way that we know how, to make a difference in the world in only the way that you are wired to make the difference in. And God, He does not make mistakes. The gift giver perfectly dispenses and gives the gifts that we need. And I love that. Because in God's kingdom, there are no